Welcome back to Natural One, the YouTube channel that's been rated a solid meh by even our most loyal viewers. Today, we're taking another beloved character and cramming them into the restrictive box that is D&D 5e. Who's our target this time? None other than one of Spider-Man's fiercest foes, Kraven the Hunter. With the strength to wrestle beasts, the cunning to outwit his prey, and the ferocity to take on any challenge, Kraven is the ultimate predator. So grab your spears and prepare for the hunt of a lifetime as we bring this legendary hunter into the world of D&D.
You're a goddamn lunatic.
Oh, you just figured that out now?
Kraven the Hunter is not just a man with a big ego and an impressive mustache. He's a master tracker, a formidable warrior, and the ultimate predator. Sure, he might not have web-slinging powers, but he's got everything he needs to be a deadly force in any campaign. Here are all the stats that make Kraven the true king of the jungle. He's got a 15 in strength. Kraven can wrestle lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. He can tackle a rhino head on and come out on top, all before breakfast. His biceps are probably classified as deadly weapons. We'll follow that up with a 14 in dexterity. This guy moves through the jungle like a shadow, silent and deadly. He's not as nimble as Spider-Man, but he's close enough to give any acrobat a run for their money. Plus, he can dodge a dart frog spit from 10 yards away. 13 in wisdom allows Kraven's senses to be tuned to perfection. He can smell fear, hear a heartbeat from a mile away, and see in the dark like an owl. Nature is his playground, and he's the winner. Always. Let's put the 12 into intelligence. A master strategist, Kraven plans his hunts with meticulous detail. His knowledge of wildlife and survival tactics makes him a formidable opponent. He's the Bear Grylls of supervillains, but with fewer camera crews. A solid 10 in constitution. He's built tough, but not invincible. Kraven relies on his quick kills rather than endurance. He doesn't need to withstand many hits when his foes are usually down after the first strike. Finally, an 8 in charisma. Kraven isn't exactly the charming type. His intense obsessive personality doesn't win him many friends, but he doesn't really care. Respect and fear are more his style.
My father puts evil into the world. I take it out.
I'm sure that this is going to blow your mind, but as with most pop culture characters, Kraven is a variant human. I know, shocking. With that comes a +1 in intelligence and strength, reflecting Kraven's cunning mind and physical prowess. Perfect when you need to track down Spider-Man through the concrete jungle. He also gains stealth, allowing him to move like a shadow, unseen and unheard. Finally, he picks up the dual-wielder feat, letting him expertly handle both his spear and knife, and giving him an AC bump to boot. For his background, we'll go with the Outlander. Kraven is a man of the wild, driven by a primal instinct to hunt and survive. He picks up athletics from his rigorous training regime and survival, because navigating through the untamed wilderness is his bread and butter. He also learns Russian, his mother tongue. You know, because he's from Russia.
There's 6 of us and only one of you.
There's 6 of you now.
Starting strong at Ranger level 1, Kraven isn't just some nature hobbyist. He's the apex predator in a class full of hikers and leaf collectors. With favored foe, he marks his prey with mystical precision, dealing an extra 1d4 damage every time he lands a hit on his chosen victim. Once he's got you marked, running only delays the inevitable. And with Deft Explorer giving him expertise in survival, plus animal handling, investigation, and perception proficiencies, he's the ultimate hunter, tracking everything from lions in the savannah to Spidey across the urban jungle. At Ranger level 2, Kraven takes a page out of Doctor Strange's book, dipping into the mystic arts with animal friendship and snare. Well, not really. I mean, we were probably just going to have you flavored as practical. Don't judge me. I just wanted them into the Magic Man with the mid-sequel. He also picks up 2-weapon fighting, letting him wield both a spear and a knife even more effectively. Because why settle for one deadly hunting weapon when you can have 2? At Ranger level 3, Kraven steps up his hunting game further, taking the Monster Slayer archetype to give him a supernatural edge over foes. With primeval awareness, Kraven can sense the presence of beasts and monstrosities lurking nearby, which is cool and all, but it's Hunter sense and Slayer's prey that really make him dangerous. With Hunter's sense, Kraven locks onto a creature within 60 feet and instantly knows all its weaknesses and resistances. Pretty handy for knowing how to take them down. And once he designates a target with Slayer's prey, Kraven does an extra 1d6 damage every time he hits, making his strikes that much deadlier. And with Ensnaring Strike, he's laying magical traps with every hit. If he casts the spell, I guess. So, probably not actually every hit, but close enough. At level 4, Kraven finally adds a level in Barbarian, unleashing the primal fury that drives him. With Rage, he taps into that raw ferocity, gaining advantage on strength checks, resistance to physical damage, and an extra oomph to melee damage. This isn't just a guy with a spear, it's a big spear. Plus, his unarmored defense gives him solid protection while he keeps an agile, hairy, bare-chested fighting style just the way I like it. I mean, the way he likes it. At level 5, Kraven cranks up the Primal Menace with Barbarian level 2, making him the kind of threat even Spider-Man would think twice about. With Danger Sense, Kraven's instincts are as sharp as his spear, dodging traps and attacks as if he's got his own twisted spider sense. But Reckless Attack is where the true Kraven spirit comes alive. When he swings, he does it with wild, relentless power, choosing to attack with advantage and daring anyone to hit him back harder. Level 6 in Kraven's transformation is the Ultimate Hunter reaches a new level with Path of the Totem Warrior, and with this, the Tiger Totem. This ability makes his leap terrifying, adding an extra 10 feet to his long jumps and 3 feet to his high jumps when he's raging. I mean, he has to keep pace with Spidey swinging somehow, right? Add in Spirit Seeker, giving him beast sense and speak with animals as rituals, which I imagine is pretty good for making your hunting intentions pretty clear with him. Why would he do that, you ask? I don't know, stop asking me questions. Lastly, with Primal Knowledge, he gets proficiency in the Nature skill, because he's there like 90% of the time. At level 7, Kraven's Ruthless build takes another leap forward with Barbarian level 4, giving him a solid boost to durability. With an ability score improvement pumping +2 into Constitution, Kraven becomes even tougher, which should be good enough to take punches from a certain spider-based hero. If he's still yapping, that is. Next, Kraven reaches Barbarian level 5, and the world's just been put on notice. First up is Extra Attack, which lets him swing twice in a turn, because one hit isn't enough for Kraven's relentless style. But wait, there's also Fast Movement, cranking his speed up by 10 feet while he's not in heavy armor, meaning this Apex Predator is now even harder to outrun. I mean, if you want to be able to hunt the best, you better be able to keep pace with them. At level 9, Kraven gets really into the pack mentality, thanks to Barbarian level 6 and the aspect of the beast. Going with the wolf option, he picks up a predator's hunting sense that lets him track prey even while moving at top speed and slink through terrain like a shadow without slowing down.
I stared death in the face, and for the first time, I saw my true self.
Then, at level 10, we see something a little darker emerge with Blood Hunter. This is where Kraven gets a taste of supernatural blood and what it really means to hunt beyond mere mortals. With Hunter's Bane, he gets advantage on tracking some of the most dangerous creatures out there. Fae, fiends, undead, spider people, and... Oh yeah, strike that last one, my bad. And with Blood Maledict, Kraven unlocks the Blood Curse of Binding, giving him the power to hold his prey in place with just a glance and a clenched fist. Or like a blow dart if you want to flavor it. I don't know. Plus, he can always amplify that curse and stop anything in its tracks, no matter how big or how nasty. At level 11, second level of Blood Hunter brings Kraven even closer to being the relentless predator he was born to be. With great weapon fighting, his spear hits harder and cleaner. No more weak jabs here. And let's not forget Rite of the Flame, because sure, a spear is terrifying, but a spear on fire? Well, what more could you want? At level 12, Kraven embraces the madness of the Order of the Mutant, stepping fully into his role as nature's most terrifying apex predator. These mutagens aren't just potions, they're Calypso's forbidden elixirs, the secret edge to outmatch any prey. Potency transforms him into a juggernaut of raw strength. Celerity makes him lightning quick, as if his reflexes weren't already superhuman. And then there's mobility, because nothing chains Kraven. Not webs, not traps, certainly not webs. Yes, it was important I mention that twice. Finally, rapidity supercharges his speed, making escapes from him much more difficult. Do these potions have drawbacks, you ask? Level 13 takes Kraven's unrelenting ferocity to new heights with a much needed ability score improvement, adding another +2 to Constitution. This isn't just a durability boost, it's Kraven doubling down on his ability to outlast anything. Whether it's a jungle beast, a masked menace, or a meddlesome arachnid. Or a combination of those last two. Blood Hunter level 5 ups the stakes with a boosted Hemocraft die, now rolling 1d6. Every slash, every strike, and every fiery spear thrust becomes deadlier, as Kraven channels his own vitality into his attacks with ruthless efficiency. At level 15, Kraven steps into full-on nightmare mode for his prey. Brand of Castigation lets him leave his mark, literally, on anyone unlucky enough to feel the bite of his fiery spear. Once branded, there's no escape. Kraven always knows their direction, and if they dare strike back, Psychic Pain rebounds onto him. Oh, and let's not forget the Blood Curse of Exposure, a gruesome little trick to rip through resistances like they're paper. Amplify it, and not even the toughest hide or arcane immunity can save his target. At level 16, Blood Hunter level 7, Kraven's body evolves again, becoming a toxin-proof marvel. Get it? Marvel? Anyway, he gets strange metabolism. Poison? Laughable. Venom? Just some build we've already done on our channel. And for those mutagen drawbacks, I told you it wasn't a big deal. We can just ignore them now. Plus, with Rite of the Frozen, his attacks now freeze his prey in their tracks. Literally. He does cold damage now. Bloodhunter level 8, and Kraven doubles down on his inhuman toughness with another ability score improvement, throwing yet another 2 points into Constitution. I mean, look at it, that's a lot of health. Then at level 9 of Bloodhunter, Kraven's mind sharpens to a razor's edge with grim psychometry, letting him tap into the dark, haunted echoes of objects and locations steeped in tragedy or evil. It's not just a history lesson, it's a hunter's sixth sense, giving Kraven a supernatural edge in the hunt. Or maybe it's just something about being in Russia. I'm not really sure. More Bloodhunter at level 19, and we get some more fun things. Dark Augmentation means he's officially crossed the line into superhuman territory. His incessant elixir drinking problem has permanently changed his body in a good way, giving him a +5 movement speed to close the gap on his red and blue brightly colored prey even faster than before. Plus, bonuses to strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws equal to his Hammercraft modifier. So now, not only is he able to keep up with a rooftop hopping Spidey, but he's also less likely to get winded doing it. Final step in Kraven's evolution brings us one last level of Bloodhunter. Rand of Axiom, a hunter's dream for sniffing out prey, hiding behind illusions or shape-shifting nonsense. Plus, he grabs a few more elixirs from Calypso. Precision makes those critical hits come easier, and Cruelty turns you into a relentless attacker, letting you squeeze in an extra strike as a bonus action. Okay, yes, it messes with your mental saves, but remember, I told you to ignore those, stop bringing it up. Instead, let's talk about how adding Blood Curse of the Marked gives some much needed sweet bonus damage, ending Kraven's journey as the apex predator we always knew he could be.
You don't get to do that to me anymore.
I say every great predator is defined by the hunt, and Kraven the Hunter proves that even in the Marvel Universe, no prey is safe. So, what makes him the ultimate apex predator? He's a hunter supreme. Kraven doesn't just catch his prey, he annihilates it. With powers like Favorite Foe, Slayer's Prey, and Blood Curse of Exposure, he stacks damage like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man stacks quips. Throw in Brand of Castigation for good measure, and you've got a villain who leaves his mark, literally. His damage arsenal is stacked. Reckless Attack gives him advantage, his bonus to hit is an absurd +9, and he attacks 3 times per turn with extra attack and cruelty, with a bonus action attack just to rub it in. Each strike packs a punch, adding 1d6 from Slayer's Prey, +2 from Rage, 1d8 fire or cold right damage, and 1d4 from Favorite Foe. Oh, and he crits on a 19 or 20 from Precision. Forget dodging or hiding, Kraven doesn't stop until the credits roll. He's also a master tracker. No matter where you are in the multiverse, there's no escaping Kraven. Whether you're hiding in a queen's apartment or swinging through Manhattan, he'll find you. With Aspect of the Wolf and Brand of Castigation, plus skills like a +13 in survival, +7 in both perception and investigation, and a +8 in stealth, he's basically Peter Parker's worst nightmare. His 45 base speed, bumped to 55 with rapidity, means he's faster than Spider-Man on a bad web day. And he can stealth at full speed thanks to Aspect of the Wolf. Wanna run? Good luck! He's got Snare, Blood Curse of Binding, and Snaring Strike, and +11 athletics to grapple anyone foolish enough to try. He's also harder to kill than a Sony franchise. Kraven isn't just dangerous, he's durable. With effective 380 hit points while raging, and a base 16 AC which can be bumped to 18 with the Celerity Mutagen formula, he's built to take hits from Spider-Man, Venom, or even maybe a poorly received sequel. And hey, maybe drugs aren't so bad after all. With abilities like Potency, Celerity, Rage, Precision, Rapidity, and Cruelty, he cranks up his damage and mobility to superhuman levels. When the stakes are high, Kraven goes all in, making sure his foes don't live to see the post-credit scene. Aaron Taylor Johnson might be perfect, but there's a reason that his second Marvel character doesn't exactly exist in the MCU. He is one target obsessed. Kraven is the king of single target takedowns, but put him up against a horde of enemies and he's in trouble. He's phenomenal hunting down the likes of Spider-Man or Venom, but if the Avengers all show up at once, he's going to need a lot more help. Or maybe a really good editor. Oh, I guess drugs are bad after all. Kraven's power comes at a cost. His mutagens, they nerf some of his strengths. His rights, they hurt him every time he uses them. Amplifying his blood curses, that's more self-inflicted damage. And to top it all off, he can't rage while using Favorite Foe or Ensnaring Strike. In true Marvel fashion, his greatest battle might just be against himself. And to be honest, his biggest con is existing in the Sonyverse. His biggest weakness isn't even in the comics, it's his cinematic universe. Now, I'm not saying that the movie is going to be bad, and sure, the potential is there, but when what you're fighting for is not Morbius, you've got an uphill climb. The good news? I'm predicting this will be the first Sony movie ever to make $1 billion. So that's good news, I guess. And that's the build. If you've got ideas for future characters, maybe someone who can actually survive Kraven's relentless hunt, or just want to swing by to say hi, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, or Kraven might track you down next. Also, you can grab this build and every build we've ever done for free on Patreon. Well, I'm off to go hate watch Madam Web again, so until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.